Well, hey, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Journey to Christmas Land, Ep.2 to be exact. I am your train conductor for
Mm.
today, Kira Davis, and I'm joined by my trusty travel guide and Christmas Land expert, Amelia Hamilton. Amelia, it's good to see you again. We launched our
Too.
first episode last week, last Friday. It was a doozy. It was a great one. And we're back for episode 2.
Here we are. I'm excited.
Yeah, we
We've
want
got
to
such a
encourage
good movie.
everybody, subscribe to our stuff. You can go to YouTube, Journey to Christmas Land on YouTube. You just hit that subscribe button. It's so helpful. If you want to have more interaction with us and know what we're kind of doing with the bonus stuff, then subscribe to our Substack, Journey to Christmas Land. On Substack. And we're going to be doing bonus videos. We're going to be doing all kinds of stuff throughout the Christmas season. So that's a great place to subscribe to. And you can subscribe to us, of course, on our social medias. I'll put it up here on the screen for you. But we've got a great movie. This is actually another one of the older ones we had on the schedule for the old podcast. We
Hmm.
did record an episode on it, but we decided to go back and do it again because, frankly, I'm 50 pounds lighter since the last time we
Yeah,
did
we
that
have to
episode.
completely rebrand for Kira's
we
new
we had
look.
we had to completely rebrand just because Kira lost some weight,
There
so we
wasn't
had to
even video on the old one, so that doesn't make sense.
Kira was just like, "You know what? I've lost weight. We're rebranding."
We're starting over.
Anyway, so we wanted to do this movie, again, so Amelia set us up for our movie this week.
All right. So this one we got actually quite a few requests for and recommendations. And as usual, our listeners are so smart. It is A Biltmore Christmas, Hallmark 2023. Um, it is with one of our favorites, Christopher Palaha, who
I'll respect the Plaha.
we always respect the Palaha. If you want to go back and listen to that episode on A Very Merry Podcast, you can find out why, but I mean, I don't think it needs to be explained.
No, but we do explain it very well, so I will link that podcast
Yes.
in the show
Yes.
notes.
And Bethany Joy Lenz, who you will
We
also
love
know
her.
from Christmas Land. We love her. She's in one of our
5-Star
other
Christmas.
favorites, 5-Star Christmas, which is where we get Hot Sassafras, which you're going to also need to know about.
You're gonna need to know
New
about Hot
listener.
Sassafras when you get done with this, or even if you wanna hit pause, go listen to that first and come back. But if you
Mhm.
haven't heard the Hot Sassafras episode, you're missing it. I will also link it in the show notes.
Yes, I was just going to say that. We'll link those because these are some references you're going to need. Okay. Biltmore
It's like
Christmas.
we're like the Marvel universe, where it's like,
Exactly.
Marvel it releases all these shows on Disney Plus, but you need to watch the other 50 shows first.
Right. Exactly.
Through the
That's
Marvel
us.
of Christmas movies.
All right. So we've talked before about how at the beginning of a movie, they have to try to find a clever way to shoehorn in all the exposition. And like last week in A Princess for Christmas, the guy was just like, "So, it's been tough since your sister died in a car accident last Christmas." And it was kind of awkward. The exposition. So I was obsessed with this movie from the absolute instant it started. Because it's a trailer for an old movie, 1947. So you meet all the characters like this. So it's a movie called His Merry Wife, coming out in 1947. Christopher Palaha plays Jack Houston, who was in the movie that the trailer is for. And Claude Lancaster and Ava Hayward are the other ones. And it is being released by Balaban Studios. And then we cut to Balaban Studios present day. I was like, perfect. Well done. You've set
Yeah,
something up
great.
here.
It was a great opener. I gotta say it from the top, Amelia, and that's why I'm actually, I like to do flowers, and today I'm
Mhm.
wearing my pinstripe flower because I felt like it kind of fit in with the
It was
40s
peppermint.
theme. Yeah, Miss Peppermint. But I have to say, like, from the start, and watching this the second time around because I rewatched it,
Yeah.
it made me really appreciate it so much more. You're right. The production from the start, like, it's clever from the start, but also the production value from the start is really great.
Yeah.
It's a beautifully made movie.
Yeah, it is. It's like it brings you right into the world.
Absolutely.
It was so good. All right, so we're in Balaban Studios present day. Oh, sorry, one other quick thing I wanted to mention in the trailer. One of the reasons we respect the Palaha is he's just a really good actor. In the one that we watched where he was playing Ebenezer Scrooge, we saw some of that range. In this one, what I really appreciated that we saw in that trailer is he's doing that 1940s, they called it a transatlantic accent, where
Yes.
40s movie stars had. But he does it so perfectly because it's not so overdone that you're distracted, but it's enough that you get that 40s movie feel. It was just so good. It was so good.
I thought
So I
they
had to
did
take a
they
moment.
nailed it all. They did. I
Yeah.
wonder if they had, like, they probably did have a dialect coach or whatever, but
Yeah.
everybody actually, I thought, like, all of
Yeah.
the people who were playing the period, roles
Yeah.
were great, and yeah, you nailed it absolutely, Amelia. He sounded like it wasn't too much, but it was just enough to
Mhm.
set the tone, and they did it with the costuming too, and the
Yeah.
sets. Yeah, really great.
Yeah. All right. So back in present day, we've got Bethany Joy Lenz, who plays Lucy, and she is working for Balaban Studios, and they are remaking His Merry Wife. But she
Oh, but
wants
I
to
hate
have,
remakes. This is
I know,
probably
me
what's
too,
a
have an
remake like in
idea.
Christmas Land, you know?
So she wants it to be more like real life rather than have a happy ending. It's like she calls it like going into an uncertain future. And Mr. Balaban's like, absolutely not, as he shoves peppermints into his face because he loves peppermints.
He loves peppermints. Remember that.
Remember that. Um, he's like, we're not doing that. You need a happy ending. He's like, listen, you need to go to Biltmore. That's where the original one was filmed. And for those of you who don't know, Biltmore is an actual house where the Vanderbilts lived. You can go visit it in North Carolina.
They lived there? Actually lived there?
Yeah, I think that
They
was like
lived there?
their
Oh,
cottage, their summer home.
okay.
I was always
I didn't
always learning something because I always have to bring the random historical knowledge.
and by the way, a beautiful location.
Oh, so pretty.
Yeah, gorgeous.
So he's like, listen, you're going to go to Biltmore, get a feel for the place. It'll make you love Christmas. It'll make you want to do the movie right. And she's like, okay, cool. And he goes, you leave tomorrow. Of course, it's a week till Christmas, but this is Christmas land.
Right, no, all the deadlines are Christmas Eve, I
Right.
mean, it doesn't matter what your Christmas in Christmas Land, it's sort of a funny irony because Christmas is the most important season, but it's also the one season where you're expected to work up until midnight
Up
Christmas Eve.
until and on Christmas. Right.
Yeah.
So that night, she is hanging out with her sister Becca, and they're watching His Merry Wife. And Becca loves, loves, loves it. Lucy is like, this is just stupid. She, basically, you could tell that she is just jaded. She's not into the happy endings, the sappy movies. She doesn't like it.
Yeah, she's not a she is how I like this movie because I feel like it's my journey as well. You know how I used to look at cheesy Hallmark movies and I would be like, "Oh, those dumb happy endings and everybody's so happy all the time and it's so silly." And so I kind of understand this idea of like it's not real. We don't need happy endings all the time. So that is like I feel like I am her and her sister. I'm both of those people.
I am only the sister. I'm
Yes,
here
you've
for it.
only ever been the
I
sister.
don't watch sad movies. I don't understand why people watch them. This is my lane. So so off she goes to Biltmore and meets Winston the doorman who invites her on a tour. And I know Kira's going to have something to say about Winston the doorman.
About Winston the doorman?
Mhm.
Oh, did I don't know. Did I see this part? What am I missing about
He's
Winston?
Jonathan Frakes.
Oh, that why I thought. Oh, I don't know why I didn't think his name was Winston. I've been calling him Wendell or something this whole time. Yes. Oh, okay. Thank you, Amelia. So let's pause and take a moment to respect Jonathan Frakes. Any Trekkie will know Jonathan Frakes. Number one, Commander Riker, engage. Number one, engage. Anyway, I love Jonathan Frakes. He's actually a very accomplished and talented actor. And it was
Mhm.
really nice to see him pop up in this. Amelia, again, this is a very well-made movie. And the cast was great.
Yeah.
And to have, the gravitas of a Jonathan Frakes in there, sometimes it upsets the cast, right? Because it's almost too much. Like you have this season star who's very recognizable. It can almost make everyone else look bad in a way. But here it's great. The whole cast was great, and I love Jonathan Frakes. Good to see you, man.
Yeah. He invites Lucy on a tour of the Biltmore later, and she's like, she doesn't really want to go because she's not into this whole Christmas thing. But she goes anyway. She's all fidgety. She's not enjoying herself. And one thing I loved throughout while he's giving the tour, he's also telling the audience about Biltmore, and they have all these beauty shots. So I really like how Hallmark, I'm sure they worked with Biltmore they probably didn't have to pay full price for the location to get all the free publicity for it. Good for everybody. I mean, it worked on me. I want to go to Biltmore.
I love this. I love it when they do this in the Christmas Land universe when they pick a actual location and then film there. I think it's a brilliant cross promotion. They
Mhm.
need to do more of it. If I was a business owner, I would be on board for it as well. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And it's
and you're right. I thought, wow, this is beautiful. I would love to take a trip here.
yeah. And it's less awkward than the giant Folgers cans of yore.
It is, but I miss the giant
I do
Folgers
miss the
cans.
Folger cans.
Yeah.
So she's not enjoying the tour at all, but you know who is? Margaret.
Margaret.
So Margaret is another woman on the tour, and she loves his merry wife. She is taking pictures of everything. She remembers what scene was shot where, loves it. And
Yeah,
we
she
love
is
Margaret.
very eager beaver. She is like she's that person that you just hate to get on a tour with because she's asking all the questions
Yeah.
and she's taking all the pictures and she is just so excited and you're just waiting for lunch.
Again, this is you and me. I'm Margaret.
Yeah.
So, one thing that we find out on the tour, which is important, is that Jack, the Palaha, died the Christmas Eve after they filmed the movie, so 1948, and never got to enjoy his success. He was great in the movie. Everybody loved him. It was his breakout role, and then he died.
Mm,
So keep that in mind,
tragedy.
everybody. Keep it in
Keep
mind.
that in mind.
After the tour, Winston takes Lucy to the library and she sees this hourglass, which was a prop in the film. And he's like, oh, Biltmore owns this. They find a crack that happened during filming, but it was repaired. But what we need to know is that pretty soon it's going to be loaned to the Smithsonian because, like, that's how important this movie is. The
Well, the
Smithsonian wants it for
Smithsonian,
their.
yeah. The Smithsonian does have a lot of film and TV stuff. They
They
have
do.
the film and TV division, so they do take stuff, but this is funny to me because it was clear that they only had, like, one location that they were allowed to film in Biltmore, and it was this room and then maybe the hallway, and then they had access to the outside, and this
Yeah.
is another thing I wanna say about, this movie, and I forgot to read our statement. I'll do that at the
Okay.
end. Um, that they were so judicious with their sets, like, they
Mhm.
made the ultimate use of every bit they had. They didn't have a lot of variety, and they made great use of it, and that great room that's the room, Amelia, that made me go, "Oh, I wanna go see
Yeah.
Biltmore."
Yeah.
That
And
fireplace.
because it didn't feel like sometimes it can feel like, okay, they only had access to 3 locations,
Yeah.
getting really repetitive. But with this, they wrote the story in a way that that's all you needed. I
Yep.
never felt like, okay, can we see, them somewhere else? It just made sense.
Yeah, no,
We're missing
it was
anything.
excellent. They did a great job.
Yeah. So Balaban calls Lucy and he's like, listen, we need those new pages by January 1st because again, you
You
don't get
gotta
a
work
break.
over Christmas in
No.
Christmas Land. Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, okay, I'll try my best." And as she's talking to him, she knocks over the hourglass and the call drops. What is going on? I can't imagine what knocking over an hourglass would mean in Christmas Land.
Well, we're gonna find out. It's not for nothing, I'll say that. It's not for nothing.
It's not for nothing. So she leaves the library to just go about her life, and she is on the set of His Merry Wife in 1947 and meets Jack, and she's
So,
like,
she flips over or she breaks the hourglass, and then suddenly she's in a different time?
well, she doesn't break it, she just, like, knocks it over.
She knocks it over, and suddenly
But
she's in
yeah,
a different time. Well, Amelia,
who saw that
fa
coming?
fans, of, A Very Merry Podcast will know we do love ourselves a good time travel
Mhm.
movie. I mean, it sets up a lot of interesting situations. So, and when I first watched this, obviously I watched it on the second time, but the first time I watched it, I wasn't sure. I didn't know because I don't look them up before I watch.
Mhm.
And, I was so happy when she opened the doors and she was in another time. I was like,
Yes, it's
"Yeah!"
happening. I know. And one thing that happened here, which it happens a few times throughout the movie, but I just want to mention it because this is the first instance. There's this moment where they're walking together and a ladder comes and he like gets her to duck and the ladder goes right over them. And it's just there are a few of those references to like the old screwball comedy of the 40s, the physical comedy, and I
Yes.
just loved it.
I'm so glad you said that. You're so right. I noticed a few I didn't notice exactly that one, but I noticed a few moments like that where I was like,
Yeah,
they have really paid a lot of attention to
they
detail.
did.
Yeah.
It's like a love letter to the old movies,
I thought
which
they did great. Yeah.
we love
I'll stop
anyway,
saying I
so
keep saying, "Oh, they did a great job." I'll stop saying that.
You
It's
need
great.
new adjectives, Kira. All right. So she meets Jack and then she's like, what in the world is going on here? She runs back to the library, sees the hourglass, is like, could this be it? Flips it back over, goes back to the present day, and she's like, whoa.
Whoa.
It was
Whoa.
just a quick little trip. So then she runs into Margaret again, the super fan, and they go to the tree lighting, because again, we love a tree lighting.
Tree
And we
lighting.
find out that if there are two things Margaret loves in this world, it is his merry wife and Sandra Bullock.
Yes. A lot of people don't know this is Sandra Bullock's first Hallmark movie. She's
Exactly.
not in it.
She's
I
not
don't
in
want
it.
to she's not in it, but this
It's
is
still
her
her
first
first.
Hallmark
Hallmark
movie.
movie, yeah.
Mhm.
So she's like, "Okay, did that even really happen? What in the world is going on?" So she retraces her steps and is like, "I guess I flipped over the you know what? I think the first time the sand ran out. Sorry, she didn't flip it back. The sand ran out and
The
she was
sand
back
ran
in the
out. That's
yeah,
right.
she
Yeah.
was back in the present." Um, but she's like sees the hourglass, she's going, "Could this have been it?" Flips it over. Once again, she's back in the past, only this time she's mistaken for an extra. So they put her in the outfit of the candy cane girl, and they're like, "Hey, what's your name?" She's like, Sandra Bullock," which again,
Sandra Bullock's first Hallmark movie, and she
first
never
Hallmark
gets
movie.
any recognition for it.
Never.
No
It's
one
sad.
ever
Just
talks
hashtag
about
justice for Sandra.
hashtag justice for Sandra Bullock.
So while she's here and chatting with Jack and on set, she finds out that the ending originally was different. It was more kind of bittersweet, like she wants to write it, not the happy ending. And she's not so sure about this. But again, the hourglass runs out and she's back in the present in costume now because she's still dressed like the Candy Cane girl extra.
Right.
And Margaret is like, what exactly is happening here? Are you a ghost? Are
You
you
just
trapped
appeared.
here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She just appears. That's the thing. They don't do any kind of weird special effects, just like boom there
Yeah.
and out. So Margaret was like, whoa, wait.
But I love that she's so helpful. She's like, if you're a ghost, I'll pass along a message for you. I'll help you with your unfinished business so you don't have to be trapped anymore. Everybody needs a Margaret.
Amelia, I just want you to know that if like anything supernatural ever happens to you, I promise you that that will be my first assumption. I'm not going to waste my time going, I can't believe this. Amelia, is this really happening? Are you
Mhm.
playing a trick on me? I will immediately go to your ghost. How
Okay.
can I help you in this realm? And
Thank
I
you.
love that Margaret was like all in immediately.
I would also appreciate talk to we've our friend Billy Hallowell
Okay.
has a supernatural Christian podcast. So I feel like or not podcast, just a show. So I
o-
feel like you need to also make sure you get Billy because
Okay.
he and Jen Lilly, another one of our Hallmark favorites, have this supernatural Christian show. So
Oh, okay. Wait, let me write. Okay.
we
I'm
need
just
them to
making
cover
notes.
this. Yeah.
Get
Get
Billy. Okay.
Billy.
No,
Yep.
that's in the if I go missing file
Mm,
for you.
yeah, and if
All
you
right.
wait, like, an hour to help me while you get in touch with him, that's
Yeah.
fine. That's
It
fine.
is?
I've already been stuck for 80 years.
Right. Okay, fair enough, but I love that fair enough, but I love that Margaret was just like and this is what I love about these movies, and this is sort of the thing about Christmas Land, right? Everyone's gotta be all in. If you're gonna enjoy the movie,
Yeah.
you need to know that everyone is all in, they're not questioning it, they're not making
Mhm.
judgments in their mind, and that's it. Yet, like, yes, in Christmas Land, when something crazy happens, you believe it. You go with it.
You go with it.
You go, "What? That's crazy, but okay, what next?" So
Yeah.
Margaret was all
But
in from the start.
yeah, but I did think it was fun that she wasn't like, "I know what happened. You went back in time." She's like, "You're a ghost."
You're
So
right.
that was kinda
So
cute.
I thought that was actually the more reasonable,
Probably.
yeah, not the time travel one, but so
So because the ending has changed, Lucy is going, "I need to fix this." And so she steals a costume. Biltmore still has a bunch of costumes from the extras. She grabs a costume and goes back to fix it. They realize that the hourglass gives them an hour. So Margaret's like, listen, I'm just going to sit in the library and read for an hour and be your backup so that nobody does anything weird with the hourglass.
Margaret's a real homie.
She is. She
Yeah.
is. She goes back and Jack sees her and she's startled and she goes, I wrote it down. She goes, listen here, Buster. You can't just march up on a dame and give her the what for. Because she
Amelia,
understands
I
life in the fort.
laughed out loud, but that was my experience of watching Five-Star Christmas too. I think that was, like,
Yes,
one of the first movies where I was, like, actually laughing out loud. I laughed out.
I
It's
know.
so cute, but then she gets the whole, like, the transatlantic accent. Again, another
Mhm.
one of those moments where there's this, like, little subtle detail that just adds to it, and she's
Yeah.
so adorable anyway, I just
And
love her.
she is sure that she's, like, pulled off this 40s thing, and he just looks at her like, "'Kay." And then he asks her, "Are you even Sandra Bullock?" And she admits no. She's Lucy from the studio, which is true, but,
Yeah.
80 years
Mhm.
in the future. And she's checking on tension on the set. Now Claude, who's another actor in His Merry Wife, overhears this, and he's getting a little suspicious. Why is the studio sending people?
Claude
Well,
is the lead actor. We should,
yes,
yeah.
yes,
He's the lead, Jack Case is the second lead. He's the lead actor, and he's got the romantic storyline and so he's the
with Ava,
star.
yeah. But it turns out he is a total jerk, even though Winston said on the tour that everyone he said, history says that he was really nice. Well, he was not. Claude is a jerk. And he
Mm.
wants to replace Ava. So he hands Lucy a list of other actresses to consider. And she's like, whatever, bro. That's my impression.
Yeah, he gives her, "Oh, I think we should go down there," but, she gets it because she can all her red flags are up. She gets it right away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not
All
taking
the
it there.
ladies are like homies on this show, yeah, looking out for
Yeah.
each other.
Um, and then she drops the hourglass and it breaks. So now we know how it broke originally, like Winston told us.
Mm.
And so when Margaret looks at the hourglass in the present day, the glass is just suspended, floating in there. It's not
This is
not
where
going
my
anymore.
mind started to fracture. This is where I'm like, I don't wanna focus too much on the time travel details. Like, I'm
They
trying
never
to.
work.
Yeah, no, it's like, okay, if she went back in time, she broke the hourglass, and then it's, no, it
Yeah, you can't. No, it never works. Just go with it. Um, okay, Jack, back to Jack.
okay, Jack
He
Houston.
wants to find out what's going on with Lucy and maybe get a 3-picture deal out of it. I mean, get that bag, go for it. So he finds her in the restaurant and she says she's waiting for someone. And this was another screwball moment that I loved. So he sits in the chair behind her and they're sitting back to back and he's doing this like, so blah, blah, blah thing talking. And it was just so cute. I loved it.
Yeah.
It made me really
Yep,
happy.
yep.
Um, Later that evening, they go get hot cocoa together. They drink out of clearly empty cups with no lid. It was beautiful.
Listen, set designers and, prop masters, I'm not sure why we do this. I know why we do it with the empty cups. You don't want liquid on set. It can do stuff.
Mhm,
Can you weight the cups?
mhm,
Could
mhm,
you put a little weight so it looks like someone is this is just a real pet peeve for all movies.
mhm.
Why can't you at least weight the cup? Because your actors have never received training in how to make it look like you're actually drinking from a cup, which is actually something I did when I was training as an actor for theater 40 years ago, 30 years ago. It's like you had to practice drinking. We had to do
Yeah.
it. We had to practice having the weight in our hands.
I was shocked by the no lid. Never have I had a hot cocoa. I mean, unless like in a mug, sure, but in a to-go cup with no lid, that's just asking for trouble.
But it was the 40s.
That's true. It was
Did
the
they have
40s. I
them?
accept that. I accept
And I
that.
feel like in the
I think
40s, people were also better at drinking.
that's our new excuse. It was the 40s. This is gonna apply to every movie forever.
It was the 40s.
They talk about their lives a little bit and they bond. And one thing that we love about these movies is someone will say something that is really, really deep and you want to embroider it on a pillow, but it's a cliche. However, this one I was not expecting. So she says that her mother left when she was little, so she learned, quote, if you put your faith in people, they're going to break your heart, so you should protect yourself. End quote.
Mhm.
Wow.
Is
I
it
mean,
wow?
no wonder she hates these movies.
Yeah. Yeah, she's been burned, obviously, and, well, it is pretty dark for Christmas Lamb
Yeah.
universe.
And I don't know if Jack is going to be able to break through her defenses.
She's got a hard exterior, and that's what she's saying, "I'm not like other girls. I'm
Hmm.
not like other girls in Christmas Land. I've
Right.
been hurt. Most people
Right.
aren't hurt in Christmas Land, but I have been hurt. This makes me different, and it
Hmm.
makes me, and I know this is gonna sound crazy, scared of people."
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah.
They talk about the end of the movie and and what happens is Jack's character in the version that she remembers and in the version she's pushing to change to, he gives up everything for Ava's happiness. So the like second male lead gives up everything for the starring lady to get with the main character guy.
Right, it's a tragic romance, right? I
Yeah, got
can't
like a
be with
little love
you, so you
triangle.
yeah, so you go
Yeah,
be with this
but
man who
he
will make
puts
you
her
happy.
happiness first instead of
Yeah.
his. And Lucy asks if he would give up everything for someone else's happiness, and he says that he hopes someday he loves somebody enough to find out. And I thought
Mm.
that was really nice.
I thought that's really nice. I mean, but
Mhm.
we know he dies on Christmas Eve, so he's probably not gonna get that
It's
chance.
probably not gonna
Really
happen for him because he dies
sad.
the next Christmas Eve.
That's really sad.
Mhm.
Really sad.
And then she teaches him to high five. And being me, what did I do? I looked up the history of the high five.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to know where this came
Yeah.
because I was like, what were there high fives already? Is this historically accurate that he wouldn't know about high fives?
Mhm.
And it turns out, Kira, that high fives did not start until 1977 at a baseball game. A guy like, got a home run or whatever and like slapped hands with his teammate and the high five was born.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow. I didn't know that,
ew.
but, I'm not surprised that they got it right, right? This whole
Mhm.
movie is really on point. They definitely were not just throwing stuff out there willy-nilly. But thank
No,
you for that interesting little tidbit. I didn't know. I knew the high five was a fairly recent historical development, but I had no idea what that means even.
yeah,
So, well, thank you. Imagine being the person who's responsible for, like, one of the most generic, most well-known cultural greetings of all
exactly. Imagine being the person who Googles it,
time.
who
That's it,
watches a
basically.
movie and goes,
Mhm.
I wonder when the high five was invented.
I don't know, which one do I wanna be?
I don't know
I'll
why
take
I'm
the
like
podcast.
this. So back in the present day, Margaret and Winston are talking, and she finds out that the Smithsonian curator is coming. She didn't know this before, only Lucy knew. And they're getting it after the Christmas Eve party, and Christmas Eve is tomorrow. Because again, the Smithsonian, they're traveling and doing business on Christmas Eve.
They've got to get the stuff to the Smithsonian and in the display by midnight Christmas Eve. Amelia, I don't know how many times I have to explain this to you, but the only good
They're on
work
a
in
deadline.
Christmas land is Christmas Eve work.
Mhm.
This is it. That's all there and yes, of course, they love Christmas, but yes, they absolutely are having their company Christmas party on Christmas Eve, and
Of
you'll go.
course.
You'll
Yeah.
go.
Mhm. Oh, yeah. Because those are my best friends. They're the people I want to spend Christmas Eve with.
I don't have anything else. There
There's
isn't
nothing else
anywhere
in
else
my
I'd
life.
rather be on Christmas Eve.
So he wants to walk her up to her room and she goes to room 359, which is her room. And he's like, this is my room because 80 years ago, that was his room. It's in modern times, that's her room. And she's like,
That's cute.
oops, I meant 459, steals a room key. And then she sees the screenwriter in the hotel bar and she's like, talks to him a little bit. His wife is leaving him. They're all sad. His marriage is on the rocks. And she
He's
realizes
drinking
that
an eggnog like you
drinking,
do
yeah,
at
they're
the
drinking their
bar.
eggnog, which is like a hard drink in Christmas
That's
land.
all I was just about to say, that's a hard drinking is someone sitting at the bar drinking an eggnog as opposed to a hot chocolate,
Mhm.
that's somebody who's drowning their
That's
sorrows.
rock bottom.
That's rock bottom in Christmas land.
It is. It is. And so she gives him the list that Claude gave her of actresses to replace Ava because she's like, "Look at this BS." Not because she wants to replace her, but of course, Ava sees the list. So
She
that's a whole
sees
thing.
that exchange, and because she's farther away, she can't she just sees that they're talking and then change. So naturally, she thinks
Yeah.
something's up.
Yeah. And she's not going to just have a conversation to clear it up.
Oh, well, why would you do that? Then the rest of the
Well,
movie
you
can't
wouldn't.
happen.
That's what I'm
No,
saying.
you
You
wouldn't.
wouldn't
You
do it.
not in Christmas land.
It's a ridiculous thing to do. All right. Morning. It's Christmas Eve.
Finally.
Our favorite people, Jack and Lucy, sing a duet together and almost kiss.
Love the scene. I just want to stop and say that I love this scene. It was so adorable. And it again, this is when you can have the cheesiest script in the world. If you've got two great actors with chemistry, they can make
Mhm.
it work. These guys are veteran actors and in this industry and they know how to sell it. I
Yeah.
just I just was there with them, and I don't know if Christopher Polaha plays the piano. I feel like if he really did, they would show it, but he
Yeah.
made
They
me
didn't show
believe he
it.
was playing it.
They made me believe he was playing it. They both sang lovely, and
Yeah,
it just seemed like they were genuinely having fun,
it
which
was
that's what this is all about.
genuinely an adorable moment.
Yeah. And he asks her to be his date to the Christmas Eve party because there's also a cast party on Christmas
Uh,
Eve.
naturally.
And we sort of get a dress reveal as she goes to the party, but
I
n-
thought
not like a full pan. We're going to
it's
stop
not a
on her for a moment.
full, you're the
Still
princess at
really
the top of
nice.
the stair. Yeah,
Yeah.
and the dress, by the way, was absolutely stunning.
It
She
was.
looked amazing.
She looked beautiful. We find out at the party that the screenwriter has reconciled with his wife, and now he wants a happy ending for the movie.
Oh, look at that. I feel like if he can find love, maybe other people who don't think they deserve love can find it. He just needed to say something.
He just needed to tell her how he felt,
He needed to
that he
say
missed
something.
her.
Isn't
Yeah,
that the lesson? We've got all these conversations that happen, all these things happen, and it could be solved with a simple conversation. And our screenwriter, he did it. He solved his problem with a simple
he did
conversation.
it. Now, everyone's going to have to hold on to their hats a little bit here. 20 minutes left in the movie. Jack and Lucy kiss.
Yeah. Yeah, listen, Hallmark's been going a little sideways in the last couple of years. They really have been
Mhm.
pushing that line, pushing it so far. We have
Mhm.
seen um men's chests.
Mhm. Mhm. We
We
saw
have
Sam Heughan's belly button, or next to his belly button
next to his belly button, we saw, uh, 2, protagonists sleep in the same room. They were on different couches, but they were in
in the
the
same
same
room.
room. They shared the same room, and
I
now
mean,
we're seeing that
it is getting spicy
it's
at the
starting to
corner.
get spicy over there, so this is not an episode for kids, alright? And just keep that in mind,
Mhm.
but they
Mhm.
did kiss before the end of the movie.
Yeah.
That this is
Yeah.
how Hallmark is getting now.
I know. It's a lot to think about.
Just be
And
careful is all we're saying.
it's all we're saying. He says that he wants to hang out with her on New Year's Eve and he can see a future with her. And she's like, oh, this is not real life. What am I doing? So she panics. She starts to run away. And there's a little boy trying to reach for peppermint. So she helps him. She's like, here, have a peppermint. And we find out that that is young Mr. Balaban, who is her boss now.
Yes, because in the beginning of the movie, he mentions a little line offhand, and he says, "Oh, when I was a little boy on set with my uncle, Mr. Balaban, I
Yeah.
used to love to play around, and
Grandpa,
he loved."
uncle, whatever. Yeah.
I think it was uncle because I remember thinking, "Why did they have to make him an uncle? Why didn't they
Hmm,
make him a father?" But I think I
interesting.
have an answer for that.
Well, it still doesn't really make sense because this guy would have to be like close to 90
I always thought that too. Yeah,
and he's still running the, company.
the
The
timeline
actor is not
not make
90.
sense. Yeah,
But
we'll let it
anyway, this
go.
is where he got his love of peppermints, which we see into the future. Lucy runs into the prop guy. The hourglass is fixed. Mr. Balaban Sr. shows up. He's like, Lucy doesn't work for me. Who is this lady? Is she a reporter on set? Chaos is breaking out. In the modern day, Lucy is trying to stall Winston so he doesn't take the hourglass.
Margaret is not Lucy.
Margaret,
Keep in
yes,
mind.
I'm sorry. So she locks herself in the library. Jack and Lucy lock themselves in the library. It's this great back and forth between the
I
two
love this
timelines.
scene.
I
I
loved it.
love this. It was so frenetic, and that's exactly what you
Mhm.
want, like, everything should come to a head at the end of this movie, and so there's things going on everywhere, and Mr. Balaban, I don't wanna miss this moment where he comes in, he barges into the set, the director,
Yeah.
Mr. Balaban, and it just feels like, even the camera work is like, it
Mhm.
just zooms right in, "Oh, no, the boss is
He's
here."
here. He's gonna tell the
Yeah.
he's gonna blow up her spot. I know.
Yeah, yeah, and
So
that was a great little cameo. That was this actor's only role in the movie, great little cameo, but it was like he was all there.
yeah.
Yep.
So Jack so Lucy tells Jack what's going on. She is from the future. She has to go back to the future, and he's like, okay." He's like, "I'm gonna believe you. Like, I'm gonna trust but verify," was sort of the vibe that I got there.
But that's Christmas Land, but, again, this is Christmas Land. It really is okay to say, like, "Yeah, obviously you're a ghost," or, "Yeah, obviously you've traveled back in time." Like, those
Right.
are easy concepts to believe, and so I always appreciate that we don't have to spend a lot of time trying to convince anybody.
No. So they kiss goodbye. More kissing.
Again?
Is this a kissing
Again.
movie?
This
And
is
then
a
he tries
kissing
to buy her
movie.
some time to get back to the hourglass, which, is him sacrificing what he wants, which is for Mr. Balaban to love him and put him in every movie for the woman he loves. So he got to find out if he would do it. And then she tries to warn him. She's like, Christmas Eve, 1948. She's trying to warn him he's going to die. Mr. Balaban comes in and she can't tell him the end. He just knows something happens Christmas Eve, 1948, but then she's gone. He runs
And she just
outside.
disappears.
He runs outside just in time to see her turn the hourglass over and disappear. And he's like, oh, okay. I
Verified.
guess that just happened. All right. So she walks into present day, walks in the front door of the Biltmore, still dressed, beautifully in her 40s gown, and runs into the exhibition. Jack still dies Christmas Eve, 1948. That's still written on the sign. She did not save him.
I actually was very moved by this
I
scene. I thought
know.
when I was watching it on the second go round, I was like, wow, these people are really emoting. She was really in it, but you got that sense of sadness from her that oh, she's left this behind, the thing that she realized too late
Yeah.
that she really wanted, and now it's gone. It actually was a really kind of a touching moment for a Hallmark
Yeah,
movie.
it was. And so then there's a split screen of the two of them both retiring to room 359 in their different timelines, shutting the door at the same time, flopping onto the bed. They're both sad that they've lost the other. They're each sad they've lost the other. And I really like that little moment too.
I really did too. Do we know who directed this? We'll look this up later.
I can look it I can look it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, the directing and the writing were both so good.
Yeah.
Um, all right. 1 year later, loved this moment too. They're filming the new His Merry Wife, and it's starring Rachel Boston and Wes Brown, who are two Hallmark regulars that we love. It was
Yeah, well, Wes Brown is the guy that I often get mixed up with Christopher Palaha because 'cause they're
we don't
both,
know
like
why.
yeah, attractive young brunette me well, they're not super young, but attractive brunette
Respect the
men in
Blaha.
Hallmark movies, so
Um,
but I thought
it,
that was funny that
it
that
was
was
great.
Wes,
And they're
yeah.
like, this is gonna be better. What is it? Step Into Christmas? Is that their movie? They're like, I don't know. They just have this funny little moment. I think that's what it's called.
Oh,
And
no, they're like, "This is gonna be" yeah, is it called Step In yeah, they actually
yeah,
reference so it's kind of
one
a
of their
meta
other movies that
moment.
they were co-stars
It's a
in.
meta moment, so they're
Yeah.
filming, but these are real Hallmark stars that we see in other Hallmark movies, and they're going, "Yeah, this is gonna be even better than
Yeah.
Step Into Christmas," and then Wes Brown was like, "Well, I guess it
Absolutely
ooh,
not.
nothing could be
I'm
better than that.
sorry, Wes Brown, but this is better.
This
Although
is
we haven't
better."
seen the remake. The remake is never as good. So,
Wouldn't it be fun to see the
Christopher
remake?
Plaha and
It
Bethany
was
Joy
good.
Lenz,
But
make the
yeah, so
remake.
there's like a bo
We wanna see His Merry Wife.
Yeah, we do. I actually do. I thought that when we did when we did the other Christopher Plaha episode where he was playing Ebenezer Scrooge in the
Mhm.
town play, and
Yeah.
the parts of the play we saw, I was like,
It was
"He's really
so
good. I
good.
kinda wanna see this whole
Yeah.
show."
Plus, His Merry Wife seems kind of based on It's a Wonderful Life and His Favorite Wife, the Cary Grant movie, which are two of my favorite movies. Let's get this. At
Let's
Christmas, I
do this.
mean, come on.
Hallmark, make it happen. Give
Already
us a
listed it.
meta
There.
movie. Give us the movie within
Give
the
us the
movie.
movie in the movie.
Please, please.
Um, Margaret comes to visit the set, which I thought was really cute. They remain friends. Margaret is
Yeah.
obviously His Merry Wife super fan, so she gets to come see the new one. It's
She
great.
had her camera.
Yes, taking pictures of everything always. And Winston asks Lucy if she wants to see the hourglass again before it goes into the vault. And so she goes and looks at it. She kind of thinks about turning it over, and she's like, "I can't. It's
Nope,
over."
she's
That's
yeah, she's like, it's a year is
And then as
gone.
she leaves, we see, but she does not see, that the sand is suspended in the hourglass again. What is going on? So she goes outside, not knowing something funky is happening with the hourglass, and Jack is there.
Jack just appears.
Jack appears. And she's like, "It's Christmas Eve 1948 for you. What's up?"
Yeah.
And he says that he planted a cover story that he died so that if he disappeared when he came for her, there would be, an explanation. And he's been trying and trying, but they needed the Christmas magic.
Okay, this is again another place where I have to put my brain away because if I start thinking about this, my mind is gonna explode. The time travel stuff is difficult for me because I always wanna think about it.
Mhm.
And so then I'm like, "Okay, well, he's come back from the past. That's where he was. Now he's gonna stay in the future." So, okay, he has managed to mitigate any things that past Jack Houston would do by just faking his death. But this also means, like, they can't ever have kids. And they can, like, what would happen if they had kids?
Well,
But
they
he's supposed
can
to
and
be in the
now because he was
no,
dead
but then
then.
but
He's
he's
not
supposed
there
to be
anymore.
in oh, no, I don't like it. I feel like it's a timeline disruption.
It probably is.
I feel like you're snatching souls that were supposed to be from that time and you're putting them in a different time. It just feels like a lot of chaos could happen.
Plus
That's how you get, Amelia,
Mhm,
that's how you get time traveling carousels.
exactly. And I
Mhm.
wrote down, "Poor guy, stuck in this future."
That's what I
Can she just go back instead? Although that would really mess with the timeline. But it's like loud. It's people are
Yes.
like their phones are going off and there's just too much. I
I
would
know.
not
He
like
was like,
that. I
"So
would be
this is"
so overwhelmed.
he was like, "So
No.
this is the future?" And she's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "No, this is not the future. You're
What?
still at Biltmore.
Yeah.
Wait till the first time you gotta stand in line at McDonald's, dude."
So she says, "You'd really give up everything you've ever had or ever known for me? Why?" And he says, "Because I love you." So once again, he answered his question. He got the opportunity to find out if he would give up everything for love. They kiss again, 3 kisses.
And they were big kisses too. They weren't like little pecks or whatever. They were
Mm-mm.
like
They were
passionate.
kisses. Yeah. Um, Winston turns the hourglass sideways so the sand is no longer flowing because it is back from the Smithsonian now, by the way. It's back
Oh,
from the
right.
Smithsonian. He puts it
The
sideways in
Smithsonian delivered it back on Christmas Day, actually. You
on
didn't know
Christmas
that.
Day
They had to work on
after their
Christmas
Christmas
Eve.
Eve, whatever it is, after the 1 year exhibition. He
Mm.
locks it away so the sand will never run out now.
Mm.
And they kiss. And that's the end.
And that's the end. And it's a beautiful ending, beautiful shot of the estate and
Hmm.
a little pan out shot. Um, yeah, and that is the end. That is a Biltmore Christmas.
Hmm.
Um, okay, I was trying to think if there was something in that last scene that I hadn't written it down, but there's something I wanted to add to that. I guess no, we'll just go into the next part. I was just trying to think what I had at the end because when I was watching the last scene, so I watched the last scene, actually watched the last scene a third time before we even got onto the show. Because there was a couple of moments that I had like looked away or something and I missed it. But it was a really good last scene because it gave you all of you've got your characters wrapping everything up, everything's happy, and then you get that again, wonderful establishing thought shot of
Hmm.
Biltmore Estates, which is I love that type of product placement. All right, Amelia, that is a Biltmore Christmas. Okay, let's run down the list.
Let's
It's
do it.
2011, right? Did I get that right? 2011. Or no,
No,
that's
this one's
Princess for Christmas. This is
2023.
2023. Um, and this is Sandra Bullock's first Hallmark movie,
Right,
which people
right.
don't know.
Congratulations. She's made it.
Congratulations, Sandra. You've really made it. This is forget that Oscar. You might as well just throw
Does
that
she have
Oscar
it?
away, honey. Yeah. Yeah,
Good for
for
her.
the football movie.
Oh,
Mhm,
yeah.
mhm,
Blindside.
um, Blindside. All right, well, let's run down tropes. This movie actually is not very trope heavy. It's not a typical Christmas Land Hallmark movie. Um, so we don't have all of the tropes, but let's run down just a few. I won't even run down them all, just
Okay.
a few of our favorites. Are there any precocious children?
Mm. Baby Mr. Balaban? I don't know, not
Yeah,
really.
like, saw him for, like, 2 minutes. No
Yeah,
really
not
precocious
really.
kids. Any baking scenes? Baking
Nope.
things, making
No
things.
baking.
There's no baking at Biltmore because, honestly, you can't film in the kitchen.
It's probably a commercial kitchen now, it's not cute.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they wrote a no baking. Did anybody fall off a ladder or from a high place into someone else's arm?
No, but she almost got hit with a ladder once and then did get hit with a ladder once, and I feel like we're gonna say yes. I'm gonna count it.
Okay, do we count it? I guess we count it because it
Well,
is a
but
moment
he
of
didn't have to
the
catch her, so maybe
the thing is it has to inspire, closeness.
physical yeah. You're
Physical
right.
touch.
Okay,
So I don't
alright.
know that it counts. It
Cross it
has
off.
to inspire physical touch. Okay. And is there a Christmas Eve deadline?
Yeah,
Several.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, and a New Year's Eve deadline. New
And a
Year's
New
Day
Year's Eve
deadline.
deadline. It's crazy.
A
Who
lot
knows what
happening.
they yeah, no, God knows what they do on Easter and Christmas land. And then we'll close with this. Are there any awkward situations that could have been easily cleared up with a simple conversation?
Mhm. Ava finding the actress list.
Yeah. And like, excuse me, what is this?
Yeah.
Yeah. I do want to say about Ava, there's a great scene at the train station when they go to the train station and get
Mhm.
Ava, and they've got sailors there, and it's obviously a set they found at old school train station, or maybe it was like a museum or something, but it looked really great. But I again, when I was watching that scene, I was thinking about how thoughtful they were about everything. I
Yeah.
loved Ava's wardrobe. She looked
Mhm.
like a Hollywood movie star.
Yeah.
She looked exactly how she should look, she talked how she should talk. I felt like they didn't skimp on the wardrobe at
Yeah.
all. They did a really good
Great.
job, and then they made sure everybody was, using the right accents. I don't have enough good things to say about this, actually. This was a
I
great,
know.
great movie.
We'd have to do, like, 4 different episodes because, like you said, like, I didn't even really talk about the train station scene because I was like, I left that whole, like, B storyline out just because we don't have time to talk about everything, but I want to talk about everything because everything
Yeah.
was good.
Maybe later on, as we get our feet under us, we can just move to bonus content. We'll just, like, talk about all the things that we couldn't talk about in the
We didn't
regular
have time to talk
podcast,
about.
put it behind the paywall because you can talk about this stuff forever. But, yeah, they did, really great details, and again, I thought it was a great cast. I thought everyone was perfectly cast. Yeah,
Yeah,
I love Christopher Blaha, of course.
yeah. And the
Alright,
guy who played Claude was also perfect.
yeah, I
He
now
definitely had that old school Hollywood look.
he's got that square jaw.
He was so good.
Is he in other I don't recognize him
His name's
from
Colton Little. Um, I'm just kinda scrolling. I don't see him. My Best Friend's Christmas, is that a Hallmark one? A Wedding for Christmas? It looks like he's in a few Christmas movies, but,
alright,
um, in 2025, he doesn't have, obviously, the same look because he has almost like a William Powell look to me
okay.
in this.
Yeah, yeah, he does. I thought he looked great. I thought he looked
Yeah, me
great.
too,
I
but,
was
like,
like,
I'm not
"Oh,
even
have I
sure if I
seen
would
him?"
recognize him in another movie where he just looks like a
A
modern.
regular, a
Like,
normie.
he just sort of, and I mean that as a compliment, he just, like, disappeared into that character, which
He really
I
did.
love.
Everybody did. Ava,
Mhm.
she's in other movies, right? Have you we seen her in other Christmas movies?
Ava, let's see, Annabelle Bork.
I feel like I've seen her in something else on Hallmark.
What else do we know her from? Season's Greetings from Cherry Lane. Is that Hallmark? What? No, IMDb, I don't wanna subscribe.
Well, I don't know.
Um,
I'll just say,
yeah,
that yes, you were right. You put it actually perfectly. He disappeared into that role. I
yeah,
really did. I again, we don't talk a lot about the acting and stuff because that's, unless it's really bad, I will call out a really bad actor. But it's the script. It's just it is what it is, and
mhm,
people do the best they can with what they have. This cast just
mhm,
they got it from start to
yeah,
finish, and they were all in.
mhm.
Yeah. All right,
So
well,
good.
let's give out some awards.
It's awards time.
All right, it's awards time, everybody. Give us this is the segment where we give out awards to some of our favorite performances in the film. If you would like to get in on this, you want to tell us who you think should get these awards, you can drop your picks in the comments. You can write to us at journeytochristmasland@gmail.com, journeytochristmasland@gmail.com. Tell us who your award winners are. All right. First award is the Robin A. Barron Award for Villainry. This is the award that goes
Mhm,
to who is we thought was the best villain of the
mhm.
film. Amelia, who's your pick?
It's gotta be Claude Lancaster,
Claude Lancaster.
1947
Okay.
baddie. Mhm.
I said Peggy the wardrobe master the
Oh,
wardrobe
yeah.
mistress.
Yeah, she was
She was a
she
piece of
was
work.
she was rough. I mean, like,
Yeah.
rough on people. She
Yeah,
was
she's super rough.
If anybody was gonna catch her out, yeah, Peggy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like Peggy probably has a lot of beef with a lot of people on that set. She
Mhm.
rules with an iron fist, and maybe that's why she has that job, She's the one movie I've made in my life, I had a very stern, Romanian assistant director, and
Mm.
she was a taskmaster, man. And that's like nobody liked her until the end when we got it done, and then everyone was like, "You're amazing." So maybe she's that. But yeah, that's my
Yeah.
Robert A. Villain Award. All right, and you guys tell us, who do you think the Robert A. Barron Villain Award? I think I'll connect that episode as well so you can get a reference point for it. But we did
Yes.
an episode in the last podcast where the villain, his father's name was Robert A. Barron. So
Say it fast, and it's almost like robber baron.
yeah, and we just
Very
were like,
sneaky
okay,
naming.
all right. All right. Next award is the Christmas Ham Award. This is the award that goes to, we think, the hammiest performance of somebody who went all in and they just were like over the top and just gave it their all. I'll
Mhm.
go first. I'll let you finish. Um, and I feel like we're gonna have the same one anyway. But mine is Margaret, the best friend Margaret. I love that actress. She was all in. She didn't edit herself, which is important
Mhm.
when you're saying cheesy stuff. And she was just there as a comic relief. I thought this actress totally committed to the part and did a great job.
I agree. Honorable mention again for Claude, though, like, he went for that old school baddie vibe,
Fair enough, Amelia. Fair enough. I think that is an excellent honorable mention.
but Margaret does I mean, she gets the award,
No,
obviously.
no, she gets the award, and I knew it because I remember from last time, I'm like, "We're definitely giving this
Yeah.
award to Margaret," but
Mhm.
watching her again, I did again, watching the movie a second time, I actually appreciated a lot more about it. I wasn't bored to watch it a second time,
I'm gonna make my
and
whole family watch it with me when we get closer to Christmas and they're willing to watch Christmas movies. We're gonna just keep on watching it. I bought it. We're watching it
yeah,
every
there's
year,
no
you guys.
excuses now, everybody is a if you go over to Amelia don't go to Amelia's house for a Christmas party this season, everybody, you've been warned. You're gonna be sitting down to watch a movie.
Um, don't threaten them with a good time. She
We'll
doesn't
have
wanna
to
come
see
over to
if
my
we
house
can
and watch
arrange
Christmas
some
movies.
live,
Yes.
like a live viewing or something, like a
Yeah.
watch party. Maybe I'll just come out there. I'll
Please
come
do.
visit you and we'll do a watch party together.
Mhm. Yeah,
I'm an empty nester
get here right now.
in spirit and maybe in a different time zone,
Maybe. Yeah.
time period. Okay. All right. So let's go to our final award. It's
Mhm,
the
mhm,
Christmas Tree Topper Award. This is the award, otherwise, AKA the CCB Candace Cameron Bure Award. This is for
mhm,
best overall performance.
mhm.
Amelia, who do you award
Should we
this
do it on 3?
Okay. Wait.
1, 2, 3, go.
One,
2.
1, 2, 3. Christopher
Christopher
Polaha.
Plummer.
What?
I knew we were gonna have the same one again.
Shut up.
I mean,
Yeah,
he's just so good. He's
guys.
just so good.
I Christopher Polaha, would you come on this show? Could we do an interview with you? We actually love you so much. We think you are one of the perfect leading men for the Christmas Land universe, whether it's
Mhm,
Hallmark or anywhere else.
mhm.
I love this guy. Even when I was watching him, Amelia, he gets all the subtleties, right?
Yeah.
He's not just acting in a Hallmark movie. This is why I love him. He's totally committed. He's playing this role as if he is acting in an Oscar movie.
And he should get an Oscar for it. This is the best movie.
I don't know why people
I
are
think he could get
casting
an Oscar
Christopher
for that
Blaha and
Scrooge
everything.
from a couple years ago. That was so good.
Oh, Mr. Blaha, if you're doing a Christmas Carol like
We'll
stage
go.
play
We'll
anywhere,
fly
let
out
us
there and
know.
go.
No, we will go. We will do a field trip. We will go to
I
your
know.
play. We will do a field trip. But yeah, no, we love Christopher Blaha. I just think he's a professional.
Yeah,
He's really good at his job. He loves what he's doing, and you can tell. I think that's very special. And
yeah.
he's easy on the eye. He's cute.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
Yeah.
But we respect him.
You always
Not here to
respect the
objectify
Blaha.
him. We respect the Plaha on this show.
You always respect the
Mhm.
Palaha. We don't accept any negativity about Christopher
Mm-mm,
Palaha or any
mm-mm,
criticisms at
mm-mm.
all. Like
No,
none. If you're gonna write any in the comments,
you're
just see
blocked.
yourself out. But definitely click though. We still want your click
Yeah,
and
click like
subscribe.
and share with a few friends first, but
Yeah.
then you're blocked.
But then go. Then go. Don't darken our doors again. All right. Well, this has been a great movie. Tell us what you think. You can write to us at journeytochristmasland@gmail.com. You can follow us on our socials media. Amelia, tell people where they can find people. Where they can find us. Listen, I did 3 hours of radio before I sat down to this podcast. My brain
I was
is
like, well,
not
you can
working.
find
I'm out
people
of
pretty much
words.
anywhere. We
Tell people.
are A Very Merry Christmas on Face or oh my goodness, you're gonna have to edit that. We are Journey to Christmas Land on Facebook and I'm starting over. We are Journey to Christmas Land on Facebook and JT Christmas Land on Instagram and X.
All right, we did it. You can find us, but I really think the easiest thing is to go to our Substack and everything is there. And then you can subscribe from there. The podcast actually goes through the Substack as well,
Yep.
but your clicks help us very much on YouTube as well. I am Kira Davis. This is Amelia Hamilton. This is Journey to Christmas Land. Our next movie for next week is going to be Amelia.
Christmas on Windmill Way. Um, it's Chad Michael Murray. He's saving the windmill. I mean, what else
I
could you
don't know
want?
anything about this movie. This will be my first watch. I haven't
Me
watched it
too.
yet. This will be my first watch. So, but I like Chad Michael Murray. I think I actually think we identified him as maybe like a possible pretty good leading man for
Yeah.
moving forward with this stuff.
Mhm.
He doesn't have a great public reputation, but we don't care about that.
No.
I think he's got,
Mm-mm.
I like the Hollywood gossip. So I got a lot of Chad Michael Murray gossip,
You love a
but
blind item.
I do love a blind item, girl. I do love blind. There's no blind items. There's no gossip in Christmas land, though. There's none of that. So
No,
we'll
they're
look
just on
forward.
Scoop Chatter being nice to each other.
Yeah, I please somebody make a scoop chat so we can have a Hallmark universe social media app. That's all I want.
Mhm.
Amelia, it's been fun hanging out with you as always. You always pick the best movies. You are the perfect guide through Christmas land. And until we meet again, I wish you days filled with peppermints.
I was gonna wish you a never-ending jar of peppermints. Do I have to think of something else now? I
No, I
wish
feel
you
like we
okay.
can do that. You can do it from the 1940s and I'll do it from
Oh,
2023.
thank goodness.
Okay, so we'll get the peppermints from both ends of the time spectrum.
Everything's covered. Perfect.
Amelia,
Christmas miracle.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.